Response. Look, after last night, tough loss, the way we lost, that was a challenge to the team today. Come out, respond, and this game ain't fair and life ain't fair. I thought competed our tails off last night and came up on the bad end of it. Credit DBU, they got a great ball club, and we showed up to the ballpark today with energy and they were ready to play. That's what your concern is as a head coach is after a game like last night, how's your team going to show up? And I thought our guys were great today, obviously, not only winning the ball game but winning it going away. And we needed a great start. We didn't need – their bullpen was depleted. Our bullpen was depleted after last night. Obviously, Brooks gave us a tremendous start. I thought the matchup with him and against DBU would be good because of his changeup and his slider. They're physical and big, and they take big swings. They try to drive the ball out of the ballpark, and they do a lot. So I thought the matchup was good, and he gave us all he could. He had a couple of long inning layoffs. We were scoring runs, so that's a good thing. And then, Luke Nichols came in, and he was Luke Nichols of old. So what we expect out of him, and he was fantastic. I thought Zeb Ruddle's play in the first inning in left field you never know when a game's going to hang in the balance. And there you go, their best hitter, and Zeb makes a great play. If that ball's down, they score a run, he's probably at third, and they're in business. Huge play, and not only the catch, but to double the guy off, set the tone of the game, and then Mexico got us going with the leadoff homer, and obviously Halsey got into another one, and Patterson had a big one, but just a huge effort by our guys. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Matt Houston. He called a great game. He called most of the pitches today, and he was outstanding. So, we set ourselves up for an opportunity to come win a series tomorrow, a big series.
I missed most of the game. I was only here for the last 4
That's all right. Yeah.
But just actually kind of going back to last night, I was looking at what did you say to your team after that, or what was the message going into today?
Yeah, it's a tough loss. The main thing is flush it, put it behind you. It's life. I mean, there's going to be days that you're going to go through it. When you get through a baseball, that was the whole message is you got to put it behind you. You're going to have times in your life when you get older and get married and have kids, and you're not going to want to get out of bed, and your day's going to be awful. Your day's going to be wrecked from the get-go, and you got to get up. You got to come to work, and you got to keep moving forward. And I know how tough it was. Our guys were I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but they were that killed them last night. I mean, if you could have seen our guys in the dugout in the clubhouse, they were down, man. It was they went after that game. We played extremely hard, and I told them I was proud of them too. We always ask our guys to play hard and go out there with energy and get after it and give the fans something to enjoy, and I thought they did that. We just didn't win the ball game, but extremely proud of them. They showed up just like I wanted them to today, and our fans expected them to. Our program demands that we show up and play hard and play with some intensity, and we did that today.
One thing I did want to ask you about last night, but you talked to Coach Heath instead, but one thing I did want to ask you about is how can you explain Halsey as a freshman doing what he's done? I didn't realize he was a freshman until I looked down on the scorecard later in the game.
Yeah.
I didn't know he plays like a veteran.
True freshman from West Monroe. I thought he was the best hitter in the state last year. He played on a great high school team, won multiple state championships. And, I was telling Dan before the game in BP, he struggled early. You can ask any of these guys in this room. He was like 1 for 23, Drew, or something like that to start his career. And we had to bench him, and the game was moving really fast for him. And he came in with a lot of accolades, and he was pressing, putting a lot of pressure on himself. And once the game finally slowed down, this month of April, he's just been on a heater. I mean, his OPS last week was over 1,500, and I mean, you saw it the last 2 nights. It doesn't matter if it's velocity. The ball he hit out today was a breaking ball off a guy who, turned down a lot of money that is throwing 100 miles an hour, and he got a breaking ball out in front and drove it over the scoreboard. But he's a hitter, really good player, and he's got an opportunity and a chance to play this game for a long time. I agree, Drew. Look, last 2 nights, man, if you'd have told me you're going to score 15 on Friday night, I'd have went all in on it, think you're going to win the game. But extremely proud of our offense, not only just getting hits, but taking our walks. And, they got really good arms. You're going to punch out. There's going to be casualties. They're going to get their punch outs. But the quality at bats, the big inning, the 5-run inning, 2 outs, nobody on. And Colton Coates has a tremendous at bat, draws a walk. He had 2 strikes, and then we're off to the races. Team at bats too. You know, we're getting our bunts down. We're moving runners. We're getting beneath balls. Runner at third, less than 2, getting them in, and not just like I said, getting hits. We're running the bases good. Yeah, it's a good time to be playing good down the home stretch, especially against this team. Yeah. Yeah. You know, he preseason all-conference, first team all-conference last year, went to the Cape and came into this season with some high expectations, and, you know, that happens. You know, he changed his arm a little bit. I'm not a pitching guy, but we saw some things on video that he was doing, shortening his arm up, and he's kind of went back to his arm stroke from last year. And, yeah, he's just a competitor, great human being. He's a beautiful kid and high character. And, yeah, we put him in the bullpen, and he didn't complain about it. He does his job. You know, that was the message today. Do your job, whatever we're call on you to do. And he did his job today. And, you know, that's the kind of player he is, man. Whatever he can do to help the team, and he was outstanding today. We probably don't win the game if he doesn't have the outing he has in relief. Yeah, I mean, I think the late game, the quick turnaround, 12 innings, he caught a lot, and you know, I don't know what it says about me as a coach, but it seems like we win when Matt Houston catches. I mean, we win a lot when he catches. But, you know, Eli's a good offensive player, so you got to have that bat. But, yeah, it was nothing more than the quick turnaround from a late night and a long game. Yeah, so Eli will probably be back in there tomorrow. We'll see. And Matt Houston, dude always gets hits, man. He finds a way to get a big hit for us and calls a great game. And he's a very, very intelligent young man and played really well today. Oh, I don't. We'll talk about it and announce a starter later when I can meet with the staff here in a little bit.
One more from me.
Yeah.
Moving forward, because I won't be here the rest of the weekend, but just moving forward, this being now April 26th, what would you like to see your team do in the weeks ahead down the stretch to get ready for the postseason?
You know what? My biggest concern right now is our bullpen. It was really good early on, and like Hooks last night, Kreider was really good. Hooks has not been good his last couple times out, and he was money early on, and he's kind of lost his command a little bit and a little bit of his confidence. So moving forward, we need to get that bullpen tightened back up. And like Drew said, we're swinging the bats good. And, you know, starting pitching's been pretty good for us with Brooks and Luke Cooley. But we need to tighten that bullpen, especially the back end of it, to make a run at this thing moving forward. All right, thank y'all. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being here.